19 years old, 6'2". He's got to have some fans, right?
They have identified the talent already. What an opportunity and a spot to make your debut. Historic CFFC NextGen 1. First of 10 bouts coming your way this evening.
And this is the new wave. These guys are already attacking the calf early. Oh, snapping kicks here from Amir.
See the long, lengthy frame of Akmatov. Cummings not too far behind, though. And they are trading shots early.
He took a hard shot there from Cummings. Cummings timed that perfectly. Stunned him with the right hand directly into the takedown.
Nice timing from Cummings there, trading shots on the feet early. He sets up on top.
But, you know, Akmatov clearly has his wits about him as he recovers back to full guard and is already, you know, hunting for submissions off of his back here. And, I mean, at 6'2", and with that kind of build on him, you got to expect him to have some sort of nasty sub-game off his back, triangles, arm bars, you know, the go-to submissions off your back.
100%. NextGen matchups, just 3 minutes of length in the round, so you do have to work quickly on the ground for sure. Not nearly as much time to set things up, but it behooves you to be aggressive and to speed up your attacks.
And you can see here, Amir is already attacking the wrist here, looking for that triangle Kimura combo that he's kind of hunting here. Whenever you see somebody controlling the wrist like that, it always looks like they're going for something. But now he's digging, and it looks like he's really starting to commit a little heavier to this Kimura that Cummings is recognizing. And if you see Cummings stepping his right leg over, so he can grab his own thigh to prevent him from wrenching his arm out.
Cummings doing a good job of keeping that steady base, and as you said, keeping that right arm tucked in tight. But he certainly has to be aware. Now Akmatov's starting to wrench it up a little bit.
Looking a little dicey here. It looks like the hand might sneak out. If Akmatov can kind of just stay on it, I don't know. He might be able to generate something from here.
Tough challenge for Cummings, just 2-on-1. Moves the arm up, able to extract it from that hole. Dangerous moments there for Cummings, but he survives and stays on top with a minute to go in the opening round.
And this is one of these situations that you're going to learn. It's kind of, you know, trial by fire here. When you get cracked and taken down and you get held on your back for the entirety of a round, your coaches need to be telling you, hey, you need to get up next time. You need to show me absolute dire urgency to get back to your feet. And you should take advantage of the rule set because there is no ground and pound to the face in Class B.
That's right. No shots to the head there. Of course, elbows, as we said off the top, not allowed in any fashion. But these Class B matchups early on, you can ground and pound like that to the body, but not the head. But that's to give you an opportunity to learn and to not face as much danger as you try to find your way out of this.
Right. It also lets you, you know, some people get hit in the head and they're like, I'm not cut out for this. It's not for everybody. It is a rough sport, to say the least.
Yes, it is. These two learning on the fly for sure.
But, you know, if I have to give an estimation of the entire round, this is Cummings' round, you know, no problem. The way he scored the takedown, landed the big overhand, and has just maintained top position the entirety of the round.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that, right? Like, Akmatov had a submission at him, but it wasn't really deep enough to say, okay, now I'm leaning in his favor.
Right.
It was really just more kind of locked in.
And for a submission attempt in the 3-minute round to really, you know, score you the round, you better be, you know, hanging on for dear life, and it better be just about, you know, locked in 100% for you to actually win the round over 2 minutes of top control in a 3-minute round. And if you look at this takedown here, watch this. Kick, kick, punches, returns his own with an overhand, and right underneath for this big bombing takedown here that Antonio Cummings lands. Beautiful, directly into side mount, bypassing the guard. Just textbook technique that, you know, shows that he has 6 fights under his belt for sure.
And in addition to technique, the timing of it, right? To slip under the shot right then, beautiful work.
Yeah.
Akmatov clearly unfazed at this moment, we could say.
It looks like he's having a good time in his debut. I tell you, in my amateur debut, I was significantly more terrified. They're built differently nowadays.
Oh, man. So fun to watch these athletes
Round
from the very
two,
early development of their
action.
career, just
100%.
to the person that they'll certainly become later on.
Yeah.
But you're right, for Akmatov to be that relaxed after an opening 3 minutes, pretty incredible.
Eats a solid calf kick there. Oh, and returns a solid one himself.
Just as they did in the early moments of round 1. We'll see if Akmatov turns. Oh, there we go. Cummings in on that takedown once again.
Akmatov immediately dives for the Kimura, which again, it didn't work for him in the first round, so is he going to continue to go for it? Will Lightning, will he kind of get lucky? Not lucky, but will he actually score it? It just seems like Cummings is more than aware of the Kimura situation that he's trying to go for here.
Oh, look at this. He's just trying to lock down on it right now.
Yeah, like a shoulder 100%er sort of situation. Oh, yeah, he's got kind of a 100%er lock. I don't know if it's enough to actually cause a tap here, but
certainly uncomfortable.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Akmatov has probably gotten some people in the gym with this submission. Oh, and now it's starting to get nasty. You can see his shoulder is cranked really, really high here. But it seems like Cummings is adjusting. See, that's the issue too, is you might catch someone in the gym with this, but when the stakes are high and you actually put a win or a loss on your record, people are willing to fight a little bit harder than they normally would in the gym.
100%.
Might let something pop a little bit.
Such a great point, right? If you start to think that's your go-to move, but realize, hey, these are athletes that aren't facing danger in the gym. There's no reason for them to hang out in the hold.
Right. And he's continuing. He's putting all of his eggs in one basket here for Akmatov, and in that basket is submissions off of his back. But if he doesn't score these, he's going to lose every single one of these rounds just based on positioning. Or at least that's what we would think based on the judging. But, if Cummings, does absolutely nothing here and is caught in submissions the entirety of the round, you could technically score it for Akmatov.
Yeah, I mean, still a lot of time left in this round, but as it stands right now, it's a little bit interesting for what the judges are looking at thus far.
Right, because as far as damage, Cummings has thrown maybe 3 or 4 shots to the body that didn't really have a whole lot of impact. But Akmatov has hunted submissions the entirety of the round, but it's almost like he heard me say that, because then he immediately threw about 4 or 5 more.
Yeah, I think Cummings probably aware too, like, wait a minute, I've been on top, but I haven't done much this entire time. I better.
And there's the pass. And see what he did there? He put his weight on the leg of Akmatov and then just stepped right over with his right leg. And that's, showing improvement in position, which is what the referee wants to see so you don't get stood back up. And now he goes all the way to mount.
Full mount here, 20 seconds to work. Again, a reminder, no ground and pound to the head, so it'll limit a little bit what options he has here. But does he posture and look for an arm bar? You can certainly do that. Crossface certainly legal.
Yeah.
Smash down on the nose, just fine.
He's certainly making it as nasty as possible without physically striking. And, like I said, if there was any question about did Akmatov steal the round off his back, transitioning from half guard to full mount shuts that down completely. This is too zip for Antonio Cummings, in my opinion.
Completely agree with you. That's kind of some veteran savvy from Cummings, right? Like, hey, I know I can't punch you right now, but I'm still going to make you feel this.
Oh, yeah. He said, eat my forearm sandwich. It was definitely didn't look very appetizing.
Definitely not. Akmatov, maybe not quite as excited as he was at the round 1. Probably realizes he's going to need a finish here in round 3.
Yeah, and here it is, another takedown. It's exactly the same as we saw in the first round. Overhand right directly into the double leg. And, there it was, and he just gets caught again. But then if you watch here, pushing, Akmatov against, and a beautiful transition into mount. I know his coach Cavarotti's got to be excited about that, the way he just seamlessly transitions to mount and maintains a mean top position. So Amir Akmatov, his coaches have got to be angry, and they've got to be telling him, hey, man, you need to finish, and you need to not give up this takedown so easily. You got to put a little fight on it.
Yeah, I agree. Just obviously you want to take a look for the takedown and obviously a sense of urgency. If for some reason he does
third
get you to
and
back, you've got to get
final
off your
round.
back immediately.
Agreed.
Just 3 minutes to work. And Antonio Cummings wasting no time driving it. But this time, though,
No way.
Akmatov reacts perfectly.
Oh, that looks tight.
Locks it up, rolls to top position.
Now he definitely listened to his coaches. His coaches knew what he needed to do there. We'll see if Akmatov can really utilize his length and his lankiness here to attack these chokes. But this is a rough place to be. It took Cummings the entirety of the last round to get to this position, and Akmatov is here in 30 seconds.
Big opportunity here for Akmatov, likely down 2 rounds to none.
Yeah, and these shots to the sternum and to the gut, it's not a shot to the face, but I'll tell you, they do not feel good in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, if you can target them correctly, you can still do a lot of damage with it. Right now, I think he's looking to see if maybe he can isolate an arm, pop on the neck.
Now let's see if Cummings is smart enough to play the game. And when I say play the game, I mean stay on his back, try to avoid any big submissions, because he can afford to play the game because he knows he's up 2 rounds to none.
Turned on his right hip right now. You can see that left arm wrenched around the neck, but not going to have a choke from that angle.
Right. If he starts doing things a little riskier to get up, like belling down like that, Akmatov is looking for the rear naked choke. He's putting himself in situations that are giving Akmatov a way back into the fight, essentially. you know, it's higher risk, and it's certainly more exciting for us to watch, but it is a riskier maneuver for Cummings.
Well, Akmatov certainly acting like a fighter who knows that he's down 2 rounds to none, and he gets the left arm under the neck.
Get out of here.
Is he going to get the choke? He's trying for the squeeze.
He's going for a face crank here. Oh,
and he gets the tap.
Wow.
Come from behind victory for the 19-year-old Amir Akmatov. 1-0.
What a comeback. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. He was down clearly 2 rounds to none. His coaches said, give me a sense of urgency, and he said, I got you. Man. He hunted that back, and he took that jaw and squeezed like he owed him money. That was incredible.
Man.
And look at this kid. He's so young. He doesn't have like man muscle yet. You know what I mean?
That's true.
How good is he going to be? He's got a squeeze like that at 19 with you know, he's got like a high schooler body on him. Look at this. Throws a couple of strikes. You know, he even threatens a couple of strikes there. He doesn't even throw it. He's kind of like, watch it, and then sinks this choke all the way under. And Cummings, being a veteran, he sinks his chin, but Akmatov has such a good squeeze here that he just crushes the jaw. And I got to tell you, to elicit a tap from a face crank in a fight with adrenaline going, you got to have a monster squeeze. And Amir Akmatov clearly has that with the leverage and the length that he has, being 6'2" at 19. I keep bringing it up because I'm really jealous of his height.
But I'm telling you, what a great finish for him. Great, showed his character in there, understood he was behind, fought like it, and he was rewarded with the victory. Impressive stuff for the 19-year-old to start the night here. Let's take it up to our man, Dr. David Sarnoff, to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout was stopped at 1 minute and 39 seconds in the 3rd round. Winner by way of the rear naked choke. Out of the red corner, Amir Akmatov.